G'day everyone, my name is Ian. Welcome to my very first video on my channel Aussie Ducker, where I am going to be playing Out of the Park Baseball 2016. I have been given the task of taking the Miami Marlins to the World Series. I say I've been given the task, that's what I chose to do. As you can see here, actually the very first screenshot I'm going to show you before our opening day later on in this video. We've got to play close to 500 ball this season. The team we've got isn't that bad, to be honest. We should be able to do that quite comfortably. Sign Matt Latos to an extension. This is something that I agree with. He's a very good pitcher. He's our starting pitcher in the rotation, number one. But that's because Jose Fernandez is out injured for the first few months of the season. I'll go into that in more detail. Acquire a hometown player. Enough said on that one. That shouldn't be too difficult. Otherwise, I just need to keep building the team in order to reach the playoffs within 4 years. That's something that's the objective anyway. That's the main objective for the whole series. Here's a quick overview of the team. Giancarlo Stanton is our best player, right fielder. I'll be going into a bit of detail with the lineup shortly. Real power hitter, superstar. Jose Fernandez, this is the guy that I said before. He's injured. He's out for 3 months having Tommy John surgery. That's a huge loss for us. But again, I'll show that. And of course, Matt Latos, he's our opening day pitcher. He's usually number 2 in the rotation, but of course, with Fernandez out, Matt Latos steps in. Other than that, there's not really much else. D. Gordon, second baseman, he's our leadoff hitter. Real pacey guy, good contact hitter, so he should be hanging around for a couple of years too. As we move over, so here is the roster. It's alright. I can't see too many holes. We've got a lot of decent players. The biggest issue is backups. We don't have any decent backups. We do need to fix the catching position. Salter Lamakia is our best catcher, and he's not that great. JT Realmuto is a prospect. He's only 24. He made the step up last year, 2014, and I need to replace him. He's not really cut out for this. For major league action just yet, so I might try and trade him away. Other than that, we've got a very mixed bag. In relievers, we've got Mike Dunn and AJ Ramos, very capable. Starting pitchers, we've got Latos, Dan Haren and Alvarez, but then we've got Cosart and Cola, who are a bit out of their depth. So, like I say, we'll go through them in a bit more detail, but if at any time you want to have a better look at the skills, by all means pause the video. As we move on, so here's a quick look at the prospects. A bit of a mixed bag. Tyler Kolek, our starting pitcher in short A. He's not even on this page, I don't think. He's our best prospect, but he's obviously nowhere near ready to make the step up to the big time yet. We do have a couple of players in Triple A who might feature this season. First one is Derek Dietrich there, the shortstop, Triple A. He's not bad. Our current shortstop in the team is Heckavaria, and he's not much better than Derek, so Derek might make the step up later on in the season. Then we've also got second baseman here, Jordani Valdespin, 2.5 star. He's not bad, bit of a speedster. Again, he's being pushed out of the team at the moment because of D. Gordon, but I could see him featuring at some point. Here is our pitchers in a bit more detail. Here's our rotation, as we say: Matt Latos, Henderson Alvarez, Dan Haren, Jared Cosart, and then Tom Koehler. Tom Koehler is stepping up because of the injured Jose Fernandez. Once Fernandez is back, I could see Tom going back down to Triple A, or maybe even being pushed over into the bullpen. Which brings me onto the bullpen. Actually, we haven't got a bad one. Steve Cishek, closer. He's a great closer. He's fantastic. He's going to see us pick up a lot of wins. AJ Ramos and Mike Dunn are our best relievers by far, so hence I've given them a bit more usage in the middle relievers. Then we've got Brian Morris, Sam Dyson, Ben Mazzara, Brad Hand. Relievers are dime a dozen in this league, aren't they? So I'm not too phased about them. If their contracts run out at the end of the year, they're going to have to do something pretty special for me to want to keep them. As we go into our starting lineup, D. Gordon is leading things off. Real speedster guy, contact hitter. Shouldn't have too much difficulty here. He played for the Dodgers last year. Very impressed with him. He's a very, very solid player. perfect sort of guy you want as a lead-off hitter. Behind him is Martin Prado, the third baseman. I was tossing up between him and Yelich. I'll go and talk about Yelich in a bit. But Prado gets the nod. Bit more experience. 31 years of age. We've got him for a couple of years. Real contact hitter. Got great discipline at the plate. The only thing that's a bit of a negative for him is his speed. He's not a real speedster, which, as a second man in the lineup, I'm a bit worried about that one. But I can always move them around later. This is the big man. This is the guy that's going to slam them both home. Giancarlo Stanton, absolute beast, real power hitter. Last year he slugged 37 home runs. He would have had more, except he copped that horrific facial injury, which I'm sure we all know about. Great right fielder with great defensive rating, so I wouldn't be too surprised if I see him picking up a Gold Glove. Then the Beast, Michael Morse. He came from San Francisco. They won the World Series in 2014. He's our first baseman, and he's basically all right. He's nothing special. I was tossing up between putting him in the third slot in front of Stanton, but I've actually ended up putting him behind. His home run power isn't quite as good, but he is a contact hitter, so he's going to find base quite a lot, which I really like about him. But he doesn't have a lot of speed, which is why I threw him behind Stanton. And his injury history is appalling, to say the least, so I expect to see him spending a lot of time on the sideline. Don't really have a good first baseman backup, so I might try to see if we can improve that area somehow. This is the guy that I was tossing up putting in behind D. Gordon, and I may still do that. He's got a lot of potential there with his contact, got a bit of power. Not that happy about his discipline at the plate there. That's something that I don't like. I don't like batters striking out. But as you can see, he's a bit of a speedster. Good stealer. Left fielder, so he's the opposite to Stanton, really. I like him. He's only 24. We've got him till 2022, as you can see there. So, he's going to be around for a long time, and he's already a Gold Glove winner. Marcell Ozuna, he's our centre fielder. And he's very similar to Yelich, really, in his batting ratings. But his speed is right down, which why I'm putting him behind Yelich just for that reason alone. Same age, really. I think he's only a year older, but he's got possible arbitration at the end of the season. So, again, I don't know if I'll keep him around. I might push him off to get some better prospects. Salty, Jared Saltalamacchio, he's our catcher. 29 years of age, he'll be 30 in, about a month. He's average, isn't he? There's nothing special about him. He's keeping Real Muto out. I've actually got a screenshot of Real Muto, which I'll show you in a minute. Salty's just an average catcher. He's nothing special. His defensive ratings as a catcher are poor. Average contact hitter. Got a little bit of power on him. Strikes out like there's no tomorrow. Speed is right down, stealing, base running, as you can see. He's the best of a bad bunch of catchers. Him and Real Muto are the biggest liabilities on the team, so that's something that I'm going to have to improve this season, like it or not. And then Hechavarria, he's our shortstop. Brilliant defensive ratings. I'm really, really impressed with him for that reason alone. Contact hitter, doesn't have a lot of power, but he's got great discipline at the plate. I put Hechavarria behind Saltalamacchio in the lineup, but you know what? Those two can probably swap around, and I might actually do that before our opening day game. Hechavarria, he's a bit of a speed star, but he can't steal, so I expect him to be running home quite frequently, but he's not going to be stealing bases out of anywhere. There we go, this bloke. Now, this guy has got no room in the lineup, the starting lineup. Suzuki, everyone should know him. Look at all those awards up the top there. He's got enough Gold Gloves there to start his own team. Great defensive ratings. Still a bit of a speed star. He got contact, but he's got no power. And he's very disciplined at the plate. He's going to be a bit of a sort of platoon player. He's a right fielder at heart, which of course is Giancarlo Stanton's position. So he's not going to be pushing Stanton out anytime soon. Left fielder, him and Yelich, he's a left fielder. They might end up sharing that left field position. But I wouldn't be too surprised if the designated hitter role might fall towards Suzuki as well, so don't be too surprised about that. His salary's worth $2 million. He's a free agent at the end of the year, but look at his age. He's nearly 42, so I don't know if I'll keep him on. He's going to have to really impress me this year for me to want to offer him an extension. I mean, he played 143 games for the Yankees last year. There's no way he's going to get anywhere near that. That's 67 games, 95 in 2012. He'll probably play that many, basically. And this is our other catcher that I wanted to show you, JT Realmuto. He's average, isn't he? He played 11 games last year, making his debut in the majors. He batted 241, but his slash line's pretty poor. 241, 267, 345. I'm not impressed. He's still got a bit of growth in him in the contact power, and across the board, actually. There you go, across the board, he's still got a bit of potential, but I'm just not impressed. I really aren't. I'm really not. So I'll probably try and trade him away. He's got a bit of potential there, and it's not someone that I want around the club, so I might trade him away, try and get a better catcher prospect, or maybe even some improvements elsewhere. So just have a quick look at the two pitchers that I wanted to show you. Matt Latos, he's our opening day pitcher. He's the guy that our owner wants to give an extension to. I like him. I like him a lot. He's got great statistics across the board. He's never really given up too many walks and hits per inning. And last year he was 115 with Cincinnati, so I like that. His Ks to walks could do a fraction better, but it's 3-1 basically. Ks to walks, so I'm not too concerned. Great stamina. His curveball could do with a little bit of work. But other than that, he's a solid player, and I'm definitely going to look to keep him on for the next season. This is the guy that I said he's not going to be lasting much longer as a starting pitcher, Tom Kohler. He's in for the injured Jose Fernandez. And, yeah, he's average, isn't he? He's nothing special. His stamina is only a 10, and for that reason, I can't see him sticking out in a starting role. He's going to be tiring a lot quicker than the rest, so, I'm going to have to bear that in mind as the season wears on, that I'm going to want the relievers to have to step up for Tom Kohler, because there's no way he's going to be, pitching a complete game every 5 days. This is the bloke that's injured. Jose Fernandez, he's the complete package, isn't he? Across the board, his stats are incredible. His attributes are incredible. I'm really, really disheartened to see him out for 3 months, receiving Tommy John surgery. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much velocity, and he'll slot straight into the number one spot ahead of Matt Latos, and he'll be huge. He will be huge. Which brings us nicely onto the first game of the season, opening day. We're playing the Atlanta Braves, who are in our division, so it'll be good to get a series win over these guys early on. We have a quick look at the lineups then. We've got D. Gordon leading off with Martin Prado, Giancarlo Stanton, Mike Morse, Marcell Ozuna in centre field, Christian Yelich, Hechavarria, Saltalamacchia, and, of course, Matt Latos on the mound. We're taking on Alex Wood, the left-hander. He had a great season last year with an ERA of just 2.78. So what I like to do with these games, and what I intend on doing, is just doing one-pitch mode throughout the entire game. It might be a little bit quick for you guys. I can read it because I know I'm obviously in control. So if you guys want me to play a bit slower, let me know in the comments. And let's get underway here. Not a great start. Let's give a lead-off walk. Why not? Markakis flies out, and Maben grounds into a double play. So Matt Latos got out of early jitters there, but I'm not too upset. 2 strikeouts. Alex Wood's on fire, and Giancarlo Stanton flies out. So early start. Simmons grounds out as well, and another ground out. I can handle that, can't you? Mike Morse, Ozuna, he gets the first hit of the game, first hit of the season for us. What can Yelich do? Oh, wild pitch. There you go. So Ozuna moves over to second. Yelich is up, and he flies out to Eric Young Jr. over in left field. Hechavarria, Number 7, he flies out. That's the end of the inning. Leave a man on second. Both pitchers here having a very good start. Alex Wood does nothing against his opposite number. Saltalamacchia. Let's see what Matt Latos can do. Wood's got 4 Ks now. D. Gordon, lead off. That's what you want to see. Let's see if he can steal, but he doesn't. Prado flies out on just 2 pitches. So, Latos, perhaps on... I don't want to speak too soon, but he's perfect now through 4. Actually, no, he's not, is he? Because he walked. He's not perfect. There you go, shows what I know. Giancarlo, 4-pitch walk. That's what you want to see. Now, Mike Morse, justify why I put you in the 4th. 6-4-3. That's annoying. Ozuna, he got a hit. Last time he was the first one, and he flies out. So we're scoreless after 4 here. Freeman strikes out. That's Latos' first strikeout, actually. And Simmons gets on with the first hit for the Braves. Kelly flies out to the Gold Glove Yelich, and Peterson strikes out. So it's a bit of a slow start for both teams. Yelich strikes out. Echevarria, he singles an infield hit. That's interesting. An infield hit over on the left side. What can Salty do? He doesn't do much, does he? He flies out. I'm not expecting Matt Latos to do anything either. So that's the end of the inning. I really want to see some scores. But the positive here is Matt Latos has been pitching very well. Eric Young gets a double. Mark Akers strikes out. So Latos has been doing very well. Both pitchers actually are putting up similar numbers here. I mean, we've got to stop striking out. Stanton gets on base. Stanton's now 1 for 2. Mike Morse, come on, show me. Yes, that's what we want to see. We've got men on the corners now. Stanton pushes over to third. We've got men on the corners. Ozuna got a hit. Hopefully that wasn't premature. And he strikes out looking. I don't like strikeouts, and Alex Wood is just whiffing everyone here. But Matt Latos is... Every time I'm about to give Matt Latos a compliment, he gives up a single. Perhaps I'll just shut up. But Simmons grounds into a double play, and Latos gets out of the jam. It was not really a jam, was it? Just a man on base. Yelich flies out. Echevarria flies out. And Saltalamacchia grounds out. That's disappointing. I mean, what a great opening day this is. Really exciting stuff. Oh, this could be tricky. Now, this is where we have a look. Matt Latos can't hold, but he's doing really well. I don't want to pull him out just from that. Bethancourt. Let's see if Latos can get out of this jam. But Johnny Gomes is a pinch hit for Alex Wood. They're pulling him, and he's singled. So we're down 1-0 now. I'll let him play out this inning. And he grounds out. But I am going to pull him because he's due up to bat next. So, Suzuki, in you come, buddy. He's a contact hitter, Suzuki. So hopefully he can get on base. And he does. There you go. How good am I? I know what to do. D. Gordon, let's see if he can push him over. He does. Sack bunts, that's what I like to see. I'm a bit of a small baller like that. Suzuki to second. He's got a bit of pace, Suzuki, as well. Can Prado do something? No, he can't. It's disappointing. Stanton, 2-run home run, please. Ah! He strikes out. So who do we bring in? Because we're down. I don't want to bring in someone too poor. Brad Hand's got a bit of stamina, so I don't want to use him. I'm going to bring on Brian Morris. Let's see what Brian Morris can do. A lead-off walk. A lead-off single, sorry. It's not great, but he does strike out Maben. Freeman doubles. We've got men on second and third. Ducks on the pond here. And this could be all over. And he's just walked him. I'm going to pull him. He's obviously doing... Oops, on the right team. I'm going to pull him. He's done nothing. Vin Mazzaro. Let's see what he can do. A grand slam home run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is why I'm not a baseball coach in real life. That's basically the ball game now, isn't it? Peterson grounds out. Bethancourt does the same thing. And we're down 5-0. Michael Morse, let's see what he can do. Well, there you go. I'm glad I kept him in. He's just hit a solo home run against Jason Grilli, so we're not totally out of it yet. Azuna, he strikes out. Don't expect too much there. Yelich, he's had a quiet game. Heckavaria as well. And that's the ball game. Grand slam home run. And it's game over. Just like that. So, opening day, not a great one for us. A 5-1 loss. 5-1 loss. And, yeah, Matt Latos gets the loss. And it's just disappointing because he played really well. He only gave up the 1 run on 5 hits, striking out 5, walking 1. Morris did everything, and he picks up basically all those runs. Mazzaro gave up the grand slam, but they were inherited runners. Alex Wood, he played very well too. Batting wise, nothing to look at there, was it? Michael Morse with 2 hits was the only one with the solo home run at the end there, so we're not completely shut out on opening night. And yeah, that's very disappointing. So until next time, thank you very much for watching.